Good evening and hi to Sir Ganesh and my fellow friends. Today, my group 7, want to present about chapter 14, which is the topic engaging consumers and communicating customer value. First, we go to the introduction of the promotional mix. The promotional mix means the specific blend of promotion tools that the company uses to persuasively communicate customer value and build customer relationships. Promotional mix tools. The example is advertising, personal selling, sales promotion, public relations, and direct marketing. First, advertising. Advertising is any paid form of non-personal presentation and promotion of ideas, goods, or services by an identified sponsor. For example, broadcast, print, and online. Secondly, sales promotion. Sales promotion is a short-term incentive to encourage the purchase or sale of a product or service. For example of sales promotion are discount and coupons. Next, personal selling. Personal selling is the personal interaction by the firm sales force for the purpose of engaging customers, making sales, and building customer relationships. Also, we can thought the personal selling is the product with relatively high prices or with complex features are often sold using personal selling. Means personal selling is face-to-face meet with the customer, which is the customer is want to buy a car and office equipment such as photocopies. The second last is public relation. Public relation is a building good relations with the company's various publics by obtaining favorable publicity, building up a good corporate image, and handling or heading off unfavorable rumors, stories, and events. The examples are generating favorable media coverage, hosting special events, and sponsoring charitable campaigns. And the last one is direct and digital marketing. Direct and digital marketing is a form of advertising aimed directly at target customers, usually in their home or office. They ask the receiver to take action. For example of direct and digital marketing is ordering a product, clipping a coupon, phoning a toll-free number, and more. That's all from me, and I will pass to the next presenter.
Thank you, Alif. Now, let's look at the new marketing communications model. There are several major factors. So the first one is the customers are changing, the marketing strategies are changing, and also the changing communications technology. The need for integrated marketing communication. The customers, they don't distinguish between message or source of the way marketers do. And today, there are so many companies, they are adopting the concept of IMC, or we can call it as integrated marketing communication, because under this concept, the company carefully integrates and also coordinates its many communication channels to deliver a clear, consistent, compelling message about the organization and also its brand. And also need to remember that IMC, they builds brand identity and strong consumer relationship by tying together all the company's message and also the images. Now let's look at a view of the communication process. So here I will define the term one by one. So the sender is the party that sending the message to another party. For encoding, the process of putting thought into symbolic form. Message is the set of the symbols that the sender transmits. Media, the communication channel through which the message moves from sender to receiver. Decoding is the process by which the receiver assigns meaning of the symbols encoded by the sender. Receiver is the party receiving the message sent by the another party. And response is the reaction of the receiver after being exposed to the message. Feedback is the part of receiver's response communicated back to the sender. And last but not least, the noise is the unplanned static and also distortions during the communication process that result in receivers they getting a different message than one the sender sent.
So, there are 5 steps in developing effective marketing communication. So, first one is we need to identify the target audience. Second, we need to determine the communication objective. Third, design the message. Fourth, choose the media. And last one is select the message source. So, we will look in details all these 5 stages in the next slide. So the first step is identify the target audience. So firstly, we must know a clear target audience for our product or service. So the audience may be our potential buyers or current users. So the target audience will heavily affect the communicator's decision on what will be said, how it will be said, when it will be said, where it will be said, and who will say it. Second step is determine the communication objectives. Once we know our target audience, the marketing communicator must decide what response is sought. The marketing communicator need to know where the target audience now stands and to what stage it needs to be moved. For example, it might be awareness step or knowledge, liking the product, preference, conviction, or purchase. Some members of the target market might be convinced about the product but not really want to buy it or to make the purchase. So the communicator must lead the consumer to take the final step, which is purchase, by offering special promotion, maybe prices, rebates, or other premiums. Okay, the third step is design the message. The message should get the attention from the target audience, call the interest, arouse the desire, and obtain the action from the target audience. This framework, known as IDA model. So the marketing communicator must decide the message content. The communicator has to figure out the appeal or theme that will produce the desired response. There are 3 types of appeal, which is first, rational appeal, second, emotional appeal, and third, moral appeal. Second, marketing communicator must decide the message structure. So first, whether to draw a conclusion or leave it to the audience. Second, whether to present the strongest arguments first or last. And the third one, whether to present a one-side argument or two-side argument. So the third one, the marketing communicator must decide the message format. For example, if the message is carried out on the product or its package, the communicator has to watch the texture, scene, color, size, and shape.
There are 2 types of communication channel, which are personal and non-personal. In personal communication channel, 2 or more people communicate directly with each other. They might communicate face-to-face, on the phone, via mail or email, or internet chat. Next, some personal communication channel are controlled directly by the company. For example, company salespeople contact business buyer, or there might be an independent expert such as neighbors, friends, and family members. This last channel, a word of mouth influence, has considerable effect in many product areas. Company can create opinion leader for their brand. Opinion leader is people whose opinion are sought by others. For example, is influencer, in which people will listen to them. Next, buzz marketing involves cultivating opinion leaders and getting them to spread information about a product to others in their communities. In other words, buzz marketing is based on word of mouth that creating a buzz around a product, service, or event. Next, non-personal communication channels are media that carry message without personal contact or feedback, including major media, atmospheres, and events. Major media include print media, which is newspaper and magazine, broadcast media, television and radio, display media, billboard and poster, and online media, which is company website. Next, atmosphere are design environment that create the buyers leaning toward buying a product. Thus, lawyer's office and bank are designed to communicate confidence and other qualities that might be valued by clients. Events are the stage occurrence that communicate message to the target audience. For example, grand opening, shows and exhibit, and other events. The last step is selecting the message source and collecting feedback. The message impact on the target audience is also affected by how the audience view the communicator. Messages delivered by highly credible sources are more persuasive. For example, celebrity and professional. After sending the message, the communicator must research its effect on the target audience by asking how they think and felt about the message and their attitudes towards the product. So, feedback on marketing communication may suggest changes in the promotion program or in the product offer itself.
So next, I'm going to talk about setting the total promotion budget and mix. So the first method is on the affordable method. This is a method often used by small businesses where companies set the promotion budget at a level that management finds the company can afford. They start with total revenues, deducting away operating expenses and capital outlays, and then devoting a portion of the remaining funds to advertising. However, this method ignores the effects of promotion on sales and tends to result in uncertain annual promotion budgeting, which makes long-term planning to be difficult. Due to it more often than not being the last on the priority list, it also often means that the company underspend on advertising even when it may be critical to the company. So moving on the second method, it is the percentage of sales method. This is a simple method that links the relationship between promotion spending, selling price, and profit per unit. This is done by setting the promotion budget at a certain percentage of current and forecasted sales, or by budgeting a percentage of the unit sales price. However, this method can result in a wrong relationship mindset, which results in such budgeting being based on the availability of funds and cause similar difficulty in long-term planning. This method also does not provide any basis for choosing a specific percentage, except what has been done in the past or what competitors are doing.
So now I'm going to talk about the two other methods of setting the total promotion budget and risk. So the third step is known as the competitive variety method, where you will analyze your competitors' advertisements or obtain estimates of the industry marketing spending from the trade journals. So basically, this competitive variety method is a budgeting method in which a company spends the same amount of money on advertising as much as their competitors. So, as a business strategy, competitive variety is designed to defend a competitive position by not overspending on promotions and marketing budgets. Hence, their budgets are based on the industry standard. So, for the fourth method, which is known as the objective task method. So this objective task method is it's about setting a clear promotion goals and outlining the actions required to meet those goals by calculating the expenses of carrying out this task. So basically, this objective task method is a system in which a company allocates a certain amount of money to its marketing budget based on specific objectives. Rather than choosing an arbitrary amount or basing its marketing budget based on sales revenue or projects alone itself. So the proposed promotions budget is the total of these expenditures.
Hi, I'm Aiman. So let's move on to promotion mix strategies. So normally marketers can choose from two basic promotion mix strategies. So let's see what are those two strategies.
Push strategy involves pushing the product through distribution channels to final consumers. The producer directs its marketing activities toward channel members to induce them to carry the product and to promote it to final consumers. Using a pull strategy, the producer directs its marketing activities, primarily advertising and consumer promotion, toward final consumers to induce them to buy the product.
Okay, most large companies use some combination of both. Companies consider many factors when designing their promotion mix strategies, including type of product and market. For example, the importance of different promotion tools varies between consumers and business markets.
Business to consumer companies usually put in more of their funds into advertising, followed by sales promotion, personal selling, and then public relations. In contrast, business to business marketers tend to put in more of their funds into personal selling, followed by sales promotion, advertising, and public relations.
Next, let's look on socially responsible marketing communications. In shaping the promotion mix, a company must be aware of the large body of legal and ethical issues surrounding marketing communications. So let's see what are those socially responsible marketing communications.
By law, companies must avoid false or deceptive advertising. Advertisers must not make false claims, such as suggesting that a product cures something when it does not. They must avoid ads that have the capacity to deceive, even though no one actually may be deceived. Sellers must avoid bait and switch advertising that attracts buyers under false pretenses. Next, a company's salespeople must follow the rules of fair competition. Most states have enacted deceptive sales ads that spell out what is not allowed. And lastly, in selling to businesses, salespeople may not offer bribes to purchasing agents or to others who can influence a sale. They may not obtain or use technical or trade secrets of competitors through bribery or industrial espionage. Finally, salespeople must not disparage competitors or competing products by suggesting things that are not true.